Friends, hello, let's talk about Sundial growers. Now, in this video, I don't want to go too much into depth about the financials with Sundial because I have already made so many videos about that and not a lot has changed in that aspect with Sundial right now. The two main things that I want to talk about in this video is Sundial on a chart, if this can get back to even a $1.50 zone and maintain it, and what is with all the talk about 420. Is Sundial going to be hyped up? Is it going to be pushed up? Almost like a little bit of a Gamestop situation here. Let's talk about that and let's go right into a chart. So first things first, going back 3 months, Sundial had for the February 10th big markup. Now I've talked about this numerous times, so I'm not going to try to just regurgitate this again, but to make this simplified as I can, because I'm sure a lot of you know, Sundial did 2 offerings right there at that point, and everyone sold out right then and there once they heard that Sundial was doing offerings, because that's usually what follows suit. Investors run for the hills when offerings come out. Then the stock pretty much tanked. Then a little over a week maintained a 130, 150 zone. And now Sundial is down to a $1.12 bidding price on that. That is what the asking price is right now on Sundial growers. Now in my last video, I warned people, do not get into Sundial for over $1.30, over $1.20. Because like I said, this is a cannabis stock and it's going to be taking a lot of hurt until it gets legalized everywhere. And friends, the thing we need right now with Sundial, we need articles like this. Schumer, Senate will act on marijuana legalization with or without Biden. So they are pushing for cannabis to be legalized everywhere. It's going to happen. We can't stop it. It's going to be legalized everywhere. At that moment, when things become legalized across the board, just in the United States, think of the market that is opening up for most cannabis stocks. And that's why I say this is the prime time to look at a lot of cannabis stocks and see which ones you like and see which ones are going for future growth. And one of the main things Sundial has going for it is that a lot of people like Sundial. They like the look of it. They like the feel of it. It's a very clean looking cannabis stock. It's a very well oiled machine company. Very slick look to this company. But right now, every analyst is tearing Sundial apart. Literally, you cannot find an article right now where analysts are not projecting that this stock is going to go back to a 65-cent zone and they're saying sell immediately. Now, when I see things like that, obviously I do not take it to heart. I still believe that Sundial could have another run here. Guys, the first talk of cannabis being legalized, something were to happen with Sundial, the first round of good news, obviously the stock is going to jump off that news. Any cannabis stock at that rate when it comes to legalization. But Sundial does have an army of investors behind it. A lot of people like this stock. When you go into any kind of chat room, people are still sticking with this stock. And it's really the common investor keeping it alive right now. So, will Sundial hit even a $2 range here soon? Friends, right now, there's no reason for Sundial to hit a $2 range. There's no good news coming out. They've just taken 2 offerings. They have money, but right now, we're waiting for more financial reports to come out. We're waiting for Sundial to do something, make a deal with some company. We're waiting for good news to come out where it can spike the stock again. But with the stock being so low, the slightest spike could send it back to $1.50, $1.60. So going into this 420 talk, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. If you are in Stock Twitch, any of the chat rooms, Webull chat room comments, anything like that, I'm sure you're hearing about this 420. Is Sundial going to be pumped on 420? Now, 420 is a Tuesday and the market will be open. Obviously, this is all hearsay stuff. This is a situation that common investors, that people are trying to get started with Sundial. And I know there's a lot of people stuck in Sundial around, $3, $2.50, $2.80 zone, even, a $1.80 zone. There's a lot of people that are wanting to get out of this. And I believe you can, but you're going to be here just a little bit waiting for that moment to happen. Because if you believe in Sundial, you're going to have to be here for a long marriage. This is going to take a long time to turn into something. Because guys, remember, it's not legal everywhere what they're doing. And the United States is going to be one of the biggest markets when it is legalized everywhere. And I mean fully legalized. Could this turn into a GameStop AMC situation? Of course it could. There's no one stopping it. You know, I have a YouTube channel, but I don't have a secret society of people that I talk to where they're saying, we're going to pump this thing, we're going to get a bunch of calls on it, and we're going to turn this around real fast. So, could this be happening? Yeah, absolutely. Crazy things have happened like this, as in GameStop. Hear what I'm about to say. I know there's a lot of people buying into Sundial right now just on this rumor. So, personally, I would say do not buy Sundial just on the rumor of that 420 is going to explode this stock. Could there be a push up by 420? Absolutely. Could the stock probably hit $1.50? Yeah, sure it could, with everybody buying into it, trying to push it up. But I would say be very careful about what you're doing here if you're thinking that this stock is going to jump up to like 20, 50, 100 bucks. But obviously you are your own investor and you can do what you want to do. But there are no reports, there's no real news of this happening. This is just all whispers around YouTube, chat rooms, anything like that. Now, would I love to see a GameStop situation happen here with Sundial? Yeah, of course, absolutely. That would be life-changing for a lot of people. At that point, you're gambling, so be very careful. Now, to report some big news with Sundial growers. This is huge what they're doing right here, so this is a little bit of news, so let's read this right here. Now, the Canadian cannabis producer has made another move that's likely to be a polarizing one. Sundial recently filed a prospectus with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to sell up to $800 million worth of its stock. The company appears to be preparing to make a major wager on the global cannabis industry, but will Sundial's big bet pay off? Sundial reported unrestricted cash totaling $719 million in Canadian dollars, around $575 million US dollars, on hand as of March 15th, 2021. Why does the company think it needs another $800 million? In its SEC filing, Sundial stated that it intends to use the net proceeds for the stock offerings for financing potential acquisitions or investments in equipment, facilities, assets, equity, or debt, other businesses, products, or technologies. The company also said that it could use some of the proceeds for working capital and general corporate purpose. It's the first proposed use of cash that investors should really focus on. Sundial specifically noted in its fourth quarter update that it's exploding opportunities to acquire or merge with other businesses in Canada, the US, and or other countries. The company formed a joint venture with the SAF Group to invest in cannabis-related verticals with the potential for debt, equity, and hybrid deals. And here's what the analyst says about this, and this is the obvious thing that everybody's thinking about right now. Here's the risk with doing what they're talking about. There are some significant risk involved with Sundial's strategy. The most tangible one is that selling $800 million worth of new shares will dramatically dilute the value of existing shares. The total amounts to nearly 1/3 of Sundial's current market cap. Friends, that's where I'm going to stop reading that. So that is good news, but that's also risky news too, especially for people that are in high right now. So what I want to say to you, people that are in this at a high rate, you know, you're going to have to stick around. You're going to have to ride this one out. And like I said, Sundial is a great company. It's a very good looking cannabis company. But friends, with this 420 talk coming up, be very careful with it and let's watch what happens. But remember, be positive, be you, take time to invest in your life. It just starts with $5 investing in the stock market. I am not a financial advisor. I am just a guy who loves to invest and turn $5 into $100. But friends, thank you so much. I will talk to you very soon. God bless you guys. Bye, friends.